What's up, y'all? It's your man Sean Crisis, the sharpest thing since ISIS, and I have the most electrifying voice, person, singer, engineer, Miss Karma. How's your 2020?
It's crazy. It's
Yeah?
busy, but
Is that a good thing?
yeah, of course. It's always a good thing, yeah. The tiredness, but but yeah, it's a good thing.
Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit into a bit of who Karma is for the people who may not know. All right, so can you say who are you and what is your artistic expression?
Um, I'm Karma. I am a singer, songwriter, vocal producer, engineer, granddaughter, a daughter, big sister,
Yeah.
friend, girlfriend, everything.
And in times that you're feeling doubtful, how do you give to yourself?
Self-care. To be honest, I pray a lot. I meditate a lot. I have crystals laying at my bedside. I talk to my family. My grandmother is very supportive of my music career, and she's always been like day one. So at times when I feel doubtful, like I just kind of have an internal alarm that goes off, like you're tripping. Like, come back to center. Take care of yourself. Take a break. Like, do whatever you have to do to get back on track. That we don't have time for this. Like, you don't have space for that. And
you take yourself away from your art.
Yeah. I still create, but I used to feel like creating consistently meant I was the better artist, but that's not true.
Yeah.
Like, quality and quantity, everybody, the saying that comes with that. But I feel like for me, I had to learn the balance of you don't have to sit in front of the computer all the time to prove that you're doing something. You know what I mean? So I just had to find my balance, basically. But self-care.
Speaking of art, where do you want your art to take you?
I want to see the world, to be honest. So, like, I'm trying to be everywhere, doing everything. I'm trying to, just have a platform where I can really say the things that I want to say. And it impacts people. Because, once you get to a certain stature, people take what you say and they hold it dear to them, and they'll actually, might not be a good thing all the time, but they'll actually follow what you're saying and do the things that you're doing to emulate. And to some extent, that's what I want.
Okay.
Because, I'm from Jersey City. I'm from, a generally rough area.
Yeah.
And I have a lot to say, like, about young kids, like, the direction that they're going in, what they don't have to do to be accepted or feel like they're cool or loved. And I just have so much that I want to say and do that I just need to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I get there, then I'll let everything trickle down.
Yeah. How's the journey been getting there so far?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like, I'm thankful though. Like, honestly, for all the experience, but I don't even know how to put it into words. It's been amazing. Like, I've met so many of my closest friends from doing music. Like, and I don't even speak to them every day. I don't speak to them. Sometimes I go months without speaking to them, but I met my soul family, like, through creating, through just being me, like that, like shit like that. Just being quirky and just being expressive and just being me. Like, I was able, like I was saying about the kids, like, you don't have to be a certain way to be accepted. I being myself. But it brought a lot of positivity into my life. It gave me a lot of confidence in who I am, because I came from being so sheltered that I didn't think that I could do anything. And then when I started to do music, I realized I can do anything I want to do, and I don't need, like, anybody's approval to do so. So it really has changed me. Like, it matured me a lot. It made me look at just the way I carry myself differently. Just so, I don't know, it changed my life. Like, I don't want to be that cliche, like, music changed my life. Like, but it has.
Yeah.
It really has. So
Just want to, like, the main lessons that you learned throughout your journey as an artist?
As an artist.
As an artist that translated maybe into your real, like just a total, like
humbleness. First and foremost. Like I told you, I built this shell where I thought that being hard and being tough and not breaking down my walls and all of this stuff, I thought that was the way that I was supposed to be because of how my childhood molded me. But stepping into my power and being vulnerable showed me none of that shit was true. None of it. So I was able to, still on stage, I'm still, I still bring that conceitedness, that cockiness out on stage, but when you sit down and have a conversation with me, like, it changed me a lot, because I was a bad motherfucker, like, I'm not gonna lie. At first, like, when I first started doing shows and getting on the scene, I was so just like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me, I'm Krma, like, I'll curse you out in a minute, like, what's up, what's good, pull up, like, that was my energy, but this shit has definitely showed me you don't.
Listen.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy because, when you look back, and I haven't been, it's not like I've been doing this for like 20 years or nothing, but I feel like I have. But when you look back and you see like just the natural way that you carry yourself as opposed to how it was before, like, I feel so much more comfortable with who I am, and I don't think I was then. Okay. So it definitely taught me to accept myself, all parts of myself.
Yeah.
The vulnerable parts, the parts that aren't so good that I need to change. And about to cry, I'm getting emotional. No. Like it taught me a lot though, man. Like, but overall, the most important thing was humbleness.
Got it. That's real right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of kind of like change and like where change has like what change can bring inside of like just life in general. What are some things that you would want to change in your community, in your area, within yourself, within the world?
I would definitely want to change the opportunity that the youth has. When I was in school, I had art programs, I had dancing, I was painting, I was doing talent shows, I was doing ballet, I was doing whatever, I was doing everything my heart desired. And now, like, my younger siblings, they don't have as many opportunities, and they also don't have as many outlets outside of school to go to and just let their guard down and just be kids. A lot of them, where I'm from at least, come from troubled homes just like me, and when you go home from school, you don't get to be a kid, you have to be a young adult before you even understand what that is. And I feel like they need more community centers, like, creative art centers. There's this girl, I can't remember her name, but she's from Jersey City, and she just opened up a creative art center.
Whoa.
Yeah, all by herself. Like, and that shit brought tears to my eyes, because I'm like, yo, I wish I had that when I was like 15, 16 years old, because, shit was rough for me. So that's one of the things I would definitely want to facilitate first, and then moving forward, getting into like just giving people who are less fortunate easier opportunity to take care of themselves, like have a roof over their head and stuff like that. Because, like I said, come from a troubled home and stuff, and I just know how it is. Single mom, single dad, like whatever. I just know it's hard and expensive as fuck in Jersey City, which is also the hood. So it's like, and rent is like $2,300, and niggas can't afford that. You feel me? So,
how do you sustain yourself? And this is one of the colorful conversation artists. How do you sustain yourself as an artist for right now?
I do a lot. I do like 5 things. So I do hair, I engineer. I started engineering because I needed money, not because I wanted to. So I engineer, I do hair, I work, I go to school full time, and I also work part time at my school. Yeah. So I do that. I perform. Sometimes I charge people, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Like, if I know the situation, I'm very reasonable, very understanding. So I'm not always like, like money. But if somebody could look me out, shoot my shot,
that helps,
it does. It does. So, but I'm also very understanding. I know if you got 7 artists that are dope and everybody wants to get paid, it might not work out, for their pockets and shit. So, I'm very reasonable, but that's how I make my money, though.
How do you name your price? How do you put a worth on fun?
I can't.
How do you put a worth?
I can't. It depends on what bill you get paid, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's just it. Like, it depends.
It's like, let's do my G, like,
yeah, like, so I'll calculate, like, all right, this one, I need to do this month, I need to do this, and then I'll be like, all right, this is my price.
Okay.
But when it comes to performances, I'm trying to get to the point where I can, like you said, how do you put a price on it? So, like, I don't think, at this level, be able to ask for my asking price for what I really want to ask for. So I just, it just depends.
So, all right, boom. So, as a woman in music, do you feel as if your music empowers women?
I feel like it does.
Yeah.
I feel like it does because a lot of the time, specifically Black women, we're also taught that expressing ourselves emotionally is weak. I know I was. Yeah. I was raised by all women, but they told me that crying shit, cut it out. What you crying for? But it's not that serious, or
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm doing the complete opposite. I'm literally crying on my music. Like, I'm literally saying, I'm hurt, you're hurting me, I don't want this happening right now. And being unapologetic about it. So I feel like that's going to empower other women to feel like somebody else is connecting with them, especially Black women.
Yeah.
Even some of my friends, I won't name them, but have a hard time expressing themselves or even letting themselves feel sadness, letting themselves process what just happened today, or it's just tough. And I'm trying to help them because I know better now to work through those aspects of that blockage, because that's really all it is. It's trauma, like, and being molded and hardened to act as if you're a man but still be a woman, and still keep aspects of nurturing and XYZ and all that stuff. But when it comes to emotion,
how do you feel like you balance like your emotions with, I don't know, like when you balance emotions along with not being too over emotional so people take it as like a weakness? Like, how do you find your balance?
I don't, and I don't feel like I need to.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's necessary to, I don't feel like it's necessary to find a balance with that, because the human experience is so complex that I feel like sometimes stuff is going to be extreme, sometimes it's not. Like, but I do know how to cope or deal with those emotions. I wouldn't necessarily say I balance them, but I do know when I'm not. I'm aware when I'm not balanced. I'm aware when I'm being a little too unreasonable. I'm aware. So I feel like that's the key.
Yeah. Awareness.
So you know how you need to step back if you're doing too much, or but I don't think controlling them. I don't know. That's like that's a whole nother conversation.
I got you. Speaking about, you just said you said something about key. As your journey, kind of like just throughout music and just throughout life, and just about just all your trades that you take on. What is some game you think that you can give to like upcoming artists?
I mean, I still consider myself upcoming, but
people who just getting in it.
Okay, people that are just starting, definitely be humble. Like, that's everybody says that, but like, definitely be humble. Trust yourself. Don't be afraid to try new things. Build relationships, because if you're broke, 9 times out of 10, whoever you're trying to work with is broke. So build those good relationships, but also know your worth and recognize. Stop. When you get to a certain point, and you should start asking for money, because at the end of the day, we all have to eat, keep the money circulating within the artist community, the creative community and stuff. But definitely those three things. Like, be humble, build relationships, and trust yourself. Don't be scared to try new things.
That is real. Alrighty, now put you on the spot, right? Alright, so one of the activities, it's just gonna make you go through your jukebox.
Oh crap!
It's gonna make you go through your jukebox.
Too much music in here.
Alright, so your 10 songs that just epitomize you.
What? How you going? Okay. 10 songs that epitomize karma.
Yeah. You can throw yourself in there too.
Nah, I wouldn't. I would never.
That's the humbleness?
Nah, it's not even that. It's just love ballad.
Who's that one?
I want to say TLD.
Okay.
I think that's the group. Love ballad. Jesus, Sean.
I'm sorry.
10. Okay, Love Ballad by TLD.
If you want, you can give me 5 and we could be to be continued.
Almost Doesn't Count by Brandy. I'm thinking so hard right now.
Yeah?
Yes. Fly Like a Bird by Mariah Carey.
I thought of like fly like a bird.
No.
But that's not
Eurozone.
No, but I'm loving it right now.
That's 3 so far.
Yeah.
Don't Hurt Yourself.
Yeah.
By Beyonce.
Okay.
That's 4. Shit, can we come back to this?
We can come back to
That's too hard for me. I gotta really think. I have to really think.
That's a hard.
Because I got a lot of music in there.
Yeah?
Yes.
If you can give somebody a song right now who wants to be uplifted, what would that song be?
Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that one?
Black Excellence, I think.
Black Excellence?
I'm so bad remembering the artist, but yeah, I think it's Black Excellence.
Okay.
And it's as long as you keep your head to the sky. You can. Yep. That's my shit. What I start my day with that song sometimes. Like,
really?
Yes, that's my shit. I'll be in the car like.
Let me find out. I gotta make that my alarm now.
Yo, you'll be happy every day. I swear. Like, that's the shit. That's a Black Negro spiritual. Right there. That's a Negro spiritual.
How does Karma continue to be happy every day?
I choose to be. Like, my life is not perfect, but I literally choose to emulate love. Like, I feel like I've been through so much up to this point that now that I have control, that I'm going to choose the latter. I'm going to choose the better feeling in general. Life is short. I could be dead tomorrow. Like, Pop Smoke just died. Kobe just died. Nipsey just died. Everybody's fucking dying, and I feel like, little small shit we allowed to dictate how we feel when really, like, I talk to people about happiness and what their idea of it is all the time, and a lot of people feel like, well, I don't really think that I can just choose. I can't just be happy like you. I can't just choose to be happy, but yes, you can. It really is a choice. You have to have mental discipline. And I'm not saying that it happens overnight, but it's possible. So that's how, honestly, I mean, sometimes I have my days and I allow myself to have those days because I choose to, not because I don't have control over how I feel. So, let me write a book. Cause, they don't even know. Okay, talk to Karma more often.
Yes. Y'all don't know this is my auntie, just so you know that. But thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to come through. I know you got a performance later tonight as well too.
I'll be there. Get there when I get there.
Come on, that's the energy. Energy. But thank you so much for pulling on.